Hi, and welcome back to the Creating Clarity podcast, where we are all about shifting our mindset to create clarity in our daily lives. This week, I'm super excited about this episode because I just got back from a wellness conference and it was mind blowing to me. I learned a few things about myself and about my self compassion. And I've come full circle to realize, I'm not doing as good a job as I thought I was. I know that negative Nelly comes in and feeds me negative thoughts sometimes, but I had no idea how bad she had been lately. And I didn't even have the awareness. So this weekend brought a lot of awareness for me, and I'm here to share that with you. So if you are ready to shift your mindset and tap into the opportunities that are waiting for you right now, let's go. Welcome to the Creating Clarity podcast, where we talk all about clearing the fog, shifting our focus, and uncovering the opportunities that are hidden right in front of us. I'm your host, Dr. Liz Aguirre. Before I begin, I must emphasize that this work is separate from my professional medical work and does not represent medical advice or opinions of any specific organization. All right, everybody. I thought this was the perfect time to talk about self compassion. So, a shout out to Dr. Erica Howe, who is the founder of the Women Physician Wellness Conference Series, which takes place every year in Amelia Island, Florida, Aruba, and Grand Cayman. And Dr. Howe has given me the opportunity to speak next year at Grand Cayman. So, if you are a woman and you are a physician, I really strongly recommend you attend this conference because it did not disappoint. It was mind blowing. So, this weekend, there was a session on self compassion, and we had to do this little test that was an assessment of our self compassion. So, we had to do this little test that was an assessment of our self compassion. And what I learned about myself is that I have low self compassion. And if I think back through my journey, I can definitely see that now. But it was really shocking to me at the time when I reviewed it because I thought I had been doing so well. And it turns out that I have made huge mindset shifts in so many parts of my life. But one thing that is very evident is I never give myself credit. I don't give myself credit for the huge accomplishments I do, and I definitely don't give myself credit for the small wins that I have. Now, I have started writing down my wins and acknowledging them on paper, but somehow I just write them down quickly and breeze right past them without recognizing how far I've come and what that means. So, here recently, we are talking a little bit about our health and eating healthy and exercising and do the kind of things that are going to nourish our body and mind. And I thought this was perfect to bring in here because so many times we are focusing our weight loss efforts on diet or exercise or both. But really, should that be our focus? It really shouldn't. Our focus should be on the journey. And I know this to be fundamentally true. And I focus on enjoying the journey in so many different parts of my life, but this hasn't been one of them. And it made me realize that I do have a lot of self talk in this particular area. And so, I was talking to my husband about this the other day because, I was looking back at some old pictures where I was, of course, much thinner, some pre kids, some post kids. And I was like, man, even back then, I thought I was heavy and I could not appreciate my body for what it was. So, as I go forward in my weight loss journey, I am really, really going to try to focus on the process and the journey instead of the end result and outcome. Now, I have heard this so many times before. But truth be told, I haven't made the mindset shift to be able to do that. And so I realized that it has to be a daily practice. Every single day, I am working now on, and this has been just since I got back from this weekend because the awareness was huge for me. So I've decided that I really am going to focus every day on the actions that I'm taking and not the hope for an end result. And just today, as I was going through that, it provided so much value to me and it made me enjoy my workout so much more. Now, I have come to realize that I love Pilates. I didn't know that. I've never done Pilates before. And so being on the reformer machine and doing these exercises just feels so good. So I actually have been enjoying my workouts. But what I have not enjoyed is having to, what I feel is, restrict myself for the foods I eat. And instead of viewing it in my mind as I'm feeding my body healthy, nourishing foods that are going to help me and allow me to feel energized and strong, I have been focusing on all the things that I could not have. Ugh, I wish I could eat that. I wish I could just have a cupcake. Oh my goodness. If I could just have a Starbucks soy latte right now, it would be amazing. And the truth be told, over the last few weeks, that has been my focus. And over the last couple of days, I've been able to shift my focus a little bit more into appreciating how good I feel after eating a nice, nourishing meal. Now, this is so important because so much of diet culture or weight loss culture is about dieting and exercising. And when you make that shift, it does become a little bit easier. And I'm telling you, I have been working on this for weeks and I had not been able to make the mindset shift. I even have a check in with a dietitian every week. And that was my biggest complaint. Look, I know this is helpful. I know that I'm losing weight. I know that my clothes are fitting looser. However, it's still happening based on willpower. And I already know that I am tired of fighting to lose weight and maintain a healthy diet. I am tired of being on diets. I've done it my entire life. I'm tired of counting calories. So if that is you and you are tired of all those things, I just want you to know I get it. I hear you. I feel you. That has been me. Over the last few days, I have been able to make some micro shifts. And those micro shifts have really been happening because I am having more self compassion and telling myself, look, I'm going to accept my body for where it is right now. I do not have to run fast. If I want to run snail speed, I can. If I don't do as many reps on in my Pilates class as other people, that's totally fine. I shouldn't be looking around and comparing that myself to them anyway. I should be focusing on what my body is doing and feeling the strength of my body in the present moment. And to be honest with you, I have not been doing that. But slowly but surely over the last few days, things have been getting a little bit more clear. And that is going to be my focus and it's going to be my daily focus. And remember, I told you guys I love sticky notes. So I am sure to have sticky notes all over the place about enjoying where I am right now. Now, the funny thing is, when my husband and I work together as a team and we really focus on supporting each other on our health journey, we do really, really well. And just this morning, I realized, well, wait a minute. When my husband is working on getting healthy, he literally is working on getting healthy. I never hear him talking about losing weight or how his clothes fit or how he looks. That is never a discussion. But when it comes to me, it is always a discussion. Ooh, when I lose weight, I'm going to go buy this beautiful dress that I've been wanting. When I get there, I'm going to do this. And to be honest with you, my husband has called me out on this several times over the last year, and he made me go buy new clothes at my current weight that was heavier so that I didn't feel terrible about myself. And I refused to do that in the past. I'm like, I am not buying clothes. I am not wasting the money until I get down to XYZ. Well, what happened was I was squeezing into clothes that didn't fit well, that was very tight, and it made me feel worse about myself. So I really do have an appreciation that my husband had that awareness and was actually making me do that. He would go with me shopping to buy more clothes. But the whole point in saying this is my focus has been all wrong. And logically, I knew this, but I couldn't make the mindset shift. So if you're struggling, this is what I'm going to suggest. This is what I'm doing. And this can evolve over time. And this may or may not work for you. Because, like I said, it has taken a lot of work for me. And it wasn't until I attended the conference this weekend that I spent a lot of time focusing on my wellness and how I'm thinking about things. There were so many amazing teachers. And the crazy thing is, I thought I was doing pretty well, and I am. And so I'm going to give myself credit for that. I am doing so well in terms of making sure I'm getting enough sleep and sitting down and enjoying my meals and making sure that when I'm tired and grouchy, I just tell my family, look, I need some time to myself. And I am doing so well in so many areas, but we're always evolving and we're always need to be reassessing and recognizing where we need to put our time and efforts. And for me, right now, my time and effort needs to be focused on self compassion because that has really been lacking. So, what I would suggest is as you go through your days, tell yourself and remind yourself what you're doing well. Wow, I just knocked out my fifth straight week of doing Pilates 4 days a week. That's amazing. I hadn't given myself credit for that. Wow, I have just knocked out a daily walk every single day for the last 2 months. That's amazing. Or, you know what? I was really tired and I didn't exercise. Instead of beating myself up about that, saying, I am so proud of myself because I gave my body what it needed at this moment, and that was rest. So, acknowledging what you are doing that is great is so important. The next thing is focusing on how it makes you feel. I feel so good and so accomplished when I work out first thing in the morning. It makes me feel more energized. It makes me excited. And it allows me to just get through the day, not like I'm dragging through the day, but actually drive through the day with energy. And I had not been giving myself credit for that. And lastly, is to thank your body for how amazing it is and what it gives you. A few years ago, I had some problems with my eyes. And I was basically having little tears in my eyes, in my eye or one eye, and it was getting swollen and I couldn't see. I had to be in a dark closet. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't work. I couldn't come out to eat. I couldn't pay attention to my kids. And I was going to the doctor basically every single day, seeing various ophthalmologists and various specialists because we couldn't figure out what was going on. And after that experience, I mean, almost every day, I won't say every day, but almost every day, when I see something really clearly and really beautiful, it makes me think back to that time because it was so terrible. And so giving my body gratitude and saying, thank you for my sight. Thank you for being able to walk and exercise at all. And, as I get older and other things come up, a back pain, migraines, eye problems, I am seeing that I have more and more to be grateful for as my body allows me to do the things that I can do. So say thank you to your body and yourself for what you are able to do. Okay, that is it for this week. Really, self compassion is the key as you go through your journey to accomplish the things that you want to do and appreciate what you're able to do right now. And so I hope you found this episode helpful, and I will see you next week. Thanks for listening. Make sure you hit subscribe so that you won't miss the next episode. And if you like this episode, please share it with a friend and give me a 5-star review so that I can reach more people. I'll see you next week.
Disclaimer. disclaimer. The views and opinions shared here are for information and educational purposes only. They do not serve as a medical or professional advice. They do not represent any academic, medical, or professional institution or organization. If you found this helpful, don't forget to leave a 5-star review.
Thank you.